Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Crazy Cool Me, aka Ursula, and today I'm here with 13 misconceptions of a stay-at-home mom. According to the National Fatherhood Initiative, about 28% of mothers stay at home, and now 7% of dads are staying home as well. I'll be talking about some of the misconceptions of a stay-at-home mom, things that you may assume or things that you may have heard yourself if you're a stay-at-home mom. These are kind of funny. Some of them I've heard myself or have been told myself, but to them I found to be really interesting. So we're gonna go through the top 13. I did a little digging and a little research to see the most common misconceptions. So I picked out 13 really good ones. I don't know why 13, but I picked out 13 really ones that I thought were the most common throughout my research. So the first one I would say is one that I've heard myself. It says, the first one, we must have money. You must have some money if you stay at home. Yeah, I've definitely heard that one, and for the most part, I would answer personally. When you say money, are we living the lifestyle of the rich and famous? Absolutely not. Are we living in a lap of luxury? Absolutely not. But are we in the poverty line? No, we are not. But like I said before in my previous video, it's whatever is best for your family, and that includes financially. Sometimes when the mother does work, all of her money goes towards daycare and insurance, and is really not worth even going to work, especially if you're doing maybe a part-time while the child is in daycare and then you picking them up. Sometimes it is not beneficial. But like I said, whatever is best for you and your family, it may be beneficial for you all to have a stay-at-home mom or for the mom to work. So for us, that's just we're not rich. Okay, we financially planned this. If it wasn't possible for me to stay at home, then of course I would be working. The next one, I haven't heard myself, but my husband said he's heard it. I guess some of his friends and coworkers have asked him this question, but I haven't heard it. But maybe you stay-at-home moms as well have heard this. But the next one is, your house must be clean or spotless all the time. And I like this quote that I saw from one article. I'm gonna post some of the articles that I read down below so that you can look at them as well. There's many more misconceptions, but it says you can have a clean house or you can have children. You can't have both. I agree 100%. And no, the house isn't spotless. It kind of drives you mad. It kind of drives you mad because it's not spotless. You want it to be spotless, of course, and clean, but then nobody will live in it because people live here. We have a dog, and we have a toddler that likes to throw stuff everywhere and play, and we don't want to be so strict. No, you can't touch it. No, you can't. That's falling on the floor. Sometimes I just have to put that into perspective. Like, it's getting dirty, especially after you just clean, vacuum, mop. Just know that after you do that, seconds later, somebody is going to dirty it up, and it's okay. It's okay. Just take a deep breath. It's okay. But sometimes it can be quite mad, but it's just a part of life. It's clean, then it's dirty, and then you clean it up. Just making sure that your house is not a pigsty, or you're hoarding things like that. But clean enough and safe enough, sanitary enough to live in, I would say. The next one is funny. I think that this is one of the misconceptions that I probably had of stay-at-home moms when I was working, but let me know. This one is saying you must stay at home drinking coffee and wine all day. Okay, I'm gonna try not to laugh. No, first of all, I can't have any coffee because I'm pregnant. Can't have any wine because I'm pregnant. So, yeah. So I don't drink anything but water all day. But for me, no, that is so not true. It's so not true. I'm just saying, it's just not true. You just don't have time to do any of that stuff anyway, to drink wine or coffee all day, even though those are some, but you don't have time to do any of those things because you are just so busy running your household. It's a job and you're just so busy. For me, and I have to get better, but for me, it's a constant to-do list. I have to do this and this and this and this. And every time you check something off your to-do list, some other 2-3 more things pop back up. So it's just, like I said, it's just life. And for a stay-at-home mom, it's always something to do. When you're at home, even when you're working, you don't think about it. And then when you come home, when you come home, you realize it's so much to do, and it's so much to do, and then you find things to do, like, oh, why is that? I'm gonna repaint this, I'm gonna do this and do that, but you always have a lot to do. It's constant, go. And then especially for our son, I really try to make sure that, when I'm at home, that is definitely quality time with him, especially we want him to start school when he turns 3. He'll be 2 soon, so I want to get him ready for that, making sure that his time at home isn't wasted just watching cartoons or something or playing. I want him to really develop those skills that he needs in order to begin school at 3 years old. So that's what I have to do, and try not to be so hard on myself as well. We'll get to that. Misconception is we stay-at-home moms don't want a career, or we're not fulfilled, and or wasted education. So in some form, I have been, asked that, or, told that, is a wasted education. What are you going to do with your license? Or are you just going to let it lapse? And, what are you going to do? So for me, I know I'm keeping my license. I worked hard at it. So I'm going to keep it, especially because I don't want to, pay all the fines and then end up doing it way down the line. So I want to keep it active because it's not very hard to keep your license active. You just need the continual education, which I think will be beneficial to me anyway. So I don't, I'm not wasting that in that retrospect. But for me, it's not a wasted education. That was definitely a time in my life I didn't have children, and that's what I wanted to do. And I love what one of the mom said on one of the articles. There's a season for everything, and in that season you make the best out of it. And so for me at that time, not having a child or children, that's what I did. I made the best out of it, and that's the career I chose. That's what I wanted to do. And so now that I'm in this season of motherhood, this is what I want to do. This is what is fulfilling for me. Like I said in my other video, I do not feel unfulfilled at all. I do not feel like, oh my goodness, I just want to go out and work, and I want to be helping people. I used to feel that way. I used to feel as though, okay, I want to go out and help people, but this is such the biggest blessing of all. This is where I'm needed, like I said before, and where I can make the biggest impact on the world is with these children here that we're having. So I do feel fulfilled, and I hope that other stay-at-home moms feel fulfilled in spite of everything else. Misconception is we love being around children. That is a very that's a misconception, because I love being around my children, okay? And a lot of people think that, and I've had this, that you stay at home, you're home all day, that this is a daycare, that this is a daycare center. It's not a daycare over here. That wasn't my career before, staying at home. and it's not my career now. It's not my passion. Never has been. Shout out to all the daycare workers doing their thing. We need you. So, yeah. No, this is not daycare over here. I do love children in general, but that doesn't mean that I want them all in my home or just all here for me to take care of. I love my children. I love taking care of them, and I chose to have them specifically so that I can, mow them and make them and all that good stuff. Not to have a daycare, not to have full children. I mean, some stay-at-home moms might like that. I don't know, but with having a toddler, just one toddler, just one. I can just imagine having several other toddlers, and I've had two toddlers at one time. So, I mean, I could just imagine the daycare workers and, the workers and the moms out there. So, it's a lot. That's why I said that, because it's a lot of responsibility, and it's a lot physically and mentally, and then especially being pregnant now, it's a lot. And they are so active, and you have to keep them entertained, and you want to play with them and everything. And since my son is the only one here now, I try to get in there and play with him as much as I can and pretend and do different things with them. So it's a lot. So no, that is definitely a misconception. We don't need a break. What?
What?
What? What? I don't know where that one came from, but we definitely need a break. Like I said before, it is mentally, physically, emotionally challenging and difficult at times, and then you have these hormones, pregnancy hormones, or just regular hormones. It just, a lot of things are going on. You get overwhelmed. It's a lot. And anybody, working or not working, you need a break. You need a break because, even if it's just from the monotony of everything, just doing routine and doing that. Even from that, you need a break just to kind of recharge, refresh, come back better and stronger and more energized. Okay, that is definitely not true. We definitely need a break, and I have to get better myself at taking a break. I try to think of things to do. Maybe sometimes I'll go get a pedicure. Sometimes I'll go get a massage. Sometimes those can be a little pricey, but so I spread them out. But sometimes just taking a bath, listen to some music and light some candles, just taking maybe, 30 minutes, couple of hours to yourself just to breathe, relax, and recuperate so that you can be better, especially for my son. When I get overwhelmed, I don't want to have that stress pent up and then release it on him because he doesn't know, it's not his fault. So it's just you gotta take that break. We do need a break. We do. So whatever you can do to find your peace and some break and a break, do that for you. Let me know. I'm looking for more ideas than what I just said of how to just take a break. So if you're a stay-at-home mom, or if you're not and you have some tips, leave that down below because I would love to hear it and just take some suggestions because I need help with that, just taking a break. Sometimes I'm just going and I just wait till I reach my limit instead of kind of sitting back and taking a break. I feel like I don't like to leave the house. Like I don't want to leave the house. Sometimes, I don't know, just being pregnant and you just want to not do a lot of stuff. So some ideas where you not necessarily have to leave the house, or ideas where you leave the house, that's okay as well, but just something. I'm trying to figure it out myself. Next misconception is you're at home all day. Which is, I'm sure we get that like, you're at home all day. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You just at home. And so that is a misconception where, technically, yeah, we're at home, but sometimes we do go out and we run errands, or we do, we go out, especially, since Benjamin is a quarantine baby. He's seen a lot of the house. I like to take him outside. We'll go out, just outside of the house in the front, or in the back, and we'll play. It's just been really hot lately, but when the weather is conducive, we'll go out, we'll play together, and his dad sometimes will take him for a walk down the street, or we'll go to the nearest park or something like that. And then other occasions we'll try to find something other to do, maybe go to a play place or something, just try to change it up a little, because I know that for him being the only one, it gets a little, you want to do something different. So that's what we do. We are at home, but we're not just sitting there. We're doing things. We're doing things, okay? The next one is, you don't, as a stay-at-home mom, you do not have mom guilt. Not true. You do have mom guilt. I think that, regardless of your occupation, you're going to have some mom guilt, and just because you're at home with your child all day doesn't mean that you are, just guilt-free, because you're just making sure, you're just on the child 24/7. Sometimes I know for myself, I'm busy cleaning. When I clean, you want to just get that task done, and so you take your eyes off the child for a little bit, and not long. Please don't call the people on me. But you take your eyes off for a little bit, and then maybe you just take your eyes off of him, and then you feel bad, you feel guilty. Oh man, I wasn't watching him the entire time. Something could happen, things like that. Or, maybe I shouldn't have spoken to him that way. Maybe I shouldn't, lash out. Oh, I was a little bit angry there. So you feel mom guilt in different ways, maybe differently than a mother who is working, but you definitely feel it. You definitely feel it in different ways. I do. I kind of reflect at the end of the day, and I reflect at the end of the day and just think, okay, what did I do? Did I do okay? Try to give myself a report card at the end of the day. But I don't suggest that, because you don't want to be too hard on yourself, but you just want to be aware of what you do, what you say, and things like that for your child. But we do experience mom guilt. The next one, I think this has just been going on. I don't know, ever since stay-at-home mom has been a thing, that it says it's a battle between working moms versus stay-at-home moms. For me, I don't feel that. Like I said in all my other videos, to the working moms, because I've been there, and shout out to them. And these videos are in no way to bash working moms at all. No, this is just my opinion. So for me, I don't really feel this misconception for me, because I don't really give place to me versus someone who is working, because you're doing what's best for your family and for your children, and who am I to judge that? No one. So for me, I don't really see that there's a clash or a battle, but maybe for some others there is. Yeah, so not over here. So the next one is, dads don't need to. Hello, somebody just buzzed in here. Anyway, this is stay-at-home life. Somebody busted in here. So the next one is, dads don't need to help. They work all day, so the responsibility is all on the mom. I used to think this way, that that was how it's supposed to be. Okay, I'm supposed to do every little single thing. But that was my thought at first, is that I was supposed to do every single thing in the home and everything. And I was reading an article and it was saying that well, when when they were working, we both did things around the house. So why does that have to change? And I agree, it doesn't have to change at all. You can't do it all, even though we want to and we think we can, but we just can't. Yeah, you can't. You shouldn't do it all. You should ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to say no when you can't do it. Sometimes I know myself, I just have too much pride. I can do it, and I feel guilty of not being able to do it. But hey, that's what we're both here for. We're both made this child together. We both decided to have them, so we need to both take care of the home, and it shouldn't be a problem for us both to help out, because I know that that's what my husband wants to do. He doesn't want you to just be doing everything, and if I need help, then I know he wouldn't hesitate to help, or like I said in my previous video, just expressing what I need and what I need for him to do, and I know that he will do it without any problems. Like this quote, I'm gonna leave this link down below. It's from mom365.com, and it is 10 ways to be a happy stay-at-home mom. You can read through this if you are a stay-at-home mom. If you're not and you want to read through it as well, it could possibly be helpful. But I love this, what it says about your spouse. It says, being kind to your partner or your spouse. It says, do not rely on your partner to be a sense of your validation or your monthly positive performance evaluation. Do not demand that your husband anticipate your needs. Vocalize in a positive way what you need help with and how you feel. Even though you're staying at home with the kids all day, life is not easier for your spouse either. So don't compete and be compassionate with each other. And I just love what that said, because that was something that I was feeling as well. I was you try to compete, you get overwhelmed, you get angry, you lash out, and you speak rudely to one another, and that's not helpful for either one of you guys. And also wanting him to anticipate what I need. He's not a mind reader. I'm not a mind reader, so it's best to communicate those needs. And I'm doing better. I'm trying to do better. I'm learning to do better in that area of, and then also just realizing that, that it's hard on them too. And that sometimes I don't realize that, hey, he's dealing with the, things that he's dealing with too. Realizing that he's dealing with, being the head of this family and taking care of us and making sure we're financially stable, because it's all on him financially. And so not realizing that and just, because you're not here all day and la la la, and just kind of coming down on him instead of doing that, being more understanding of that, and just allow me to realize that he's going through those, some things as well, differently or maybe the same, but just realizing that, and then being more kind to one another. So I love that. I'm gonna link to that article down below to help somebody, because it's helping me do last two. So the next one is, you must be bored. It must be boring staying at home. And no, I wish I was bored sometimes, sometimes. But I'm not bored. When my feet hit the floor, before the feet hit the floor, I already have a toddler in my ear, on my head, telling me he wants some milk. So it's not boring. The moment those eyes open up, I would say is you are running. running for your life. You're but you're in the routine, and for me it's best for me to keep a routine. Sometimes I go out the routine just to change it up for both of us and make it a little bit more exciting. But you're in that routine and you're just going. So it's not boring because you all, like I said, the to-do list never ends. It never ends. It just keeps going and going and going. All right, the last one. You are old-fashioned or you're not a feminist. No, I'm not a feminist. I mean, if you are, no offense. It's just I'm not a feminist. We do what's best for our family and what our beliefs are. So, and as far as old-fashioned, so what? I don't care if that's what it's called, but it works for our family and it's definitely beneficial for me to be at home. Like I said, especially when Benjamin was a toddler, was a infant, breastfeeding and things like that, getting him that skin-to-skin contact and just, bonding time with him was definitely beneficial for him. And then now that he's a toddler as well. And then when he starts school, sad day. But when he starts school, it's good. It's just gonna continue. It's just gonna be, just a different level of staying at home. Nothing's just still being there for him, making sure he knows that I'm still here and he can count on mommy all the time. So I hope you enjoyed those misconceptions. I hope they were informative. I hope they were encouraging, uplifting. Like I said, I'm going to link some of those articles down below so that you can peruse them and hopefully, encourage you as well. Make you laugh. I don't know. But being a stay-at-home mom is a joy for me. No regrets, okay? Over here, I love it. I hope you're loving it. And I know some days it can be rough, but take some time out for yourself. I'm saying that for you and for me. Take some time out and let's get back to it because our children need us. They need their mommies. So grateful to be a mother and to be here for my child as well. So I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, do what's best for you and your family. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching and supporting. Don't forget to like, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel for more stay-at-home mommy stuff, toddler routines, hair stuff, etc. Check me out, Crazy Cool Me. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.